watch the TV screen. Ky and Spider laughing loud, making quite a scene. Honeybee, she sneezes, laughter fills the room. Kahuna Nui steps in, chases all the gloom. Catalano TV, fun times, every blue spits alive. Friends just being who they are, stars under the same sky. Spider flips the channels, Kahuna Nui stays close. Joey strums guitar strings, Honeybee feels the most. Laughter echoes endless, stories in the blue. Ky and Honey dreaming, making moments true. Catalano TV, fun times, epic blues riffs alive. Friends just being who they are, stars under the same sky. Laughter echoes endless, stories in the blue. Ky and Honey dreaming, making moments true. Catalano TV, fun times.
All right.
Honeybee sneezes all around. Great Jack drives this crazy town. Bryn Mawr cows with the hottest sounds, Ron's dogs making us all proud. Terry neon lit guitar, Ram and Dunks, they shoot for stars. Waver rolling with the crew, Eggplant Frank in purple hue. Ky and friends, we shout hooray every night and every day. Tune in now, don't miss the play. Epic show in every way. Laughter roars, the blues ignite. Guitar strings in the neon light. Voices soaring through the night. Together we can take flight. Honeybee with sneezes grand, Brennan Ross they understand. Terry Ram and Dogs command, Waver Frank they're in demand. Ky and friends, we shout hooray every night and every day. Tune in now, don't miss the play. Epic show in every way. Night on the show, Ky and friends set to go. On the North Coast we roll, electric blues in the soul. Honeybee laughs and sneezes. Great chat fills the breezes. High vibes, no teases. Friends and fun that pleases. Come on now, let's have a blast. Feel the blues kick up fast. In the spotlight, our shadows cast. Ky and friends, let's make it last. Guitar rolls like Texas flood. Heartbeats mix with sweat and blood. Notes flow like a joyful flood. Dance around in this bluesy mud. Rhythm shakes the ground we're on. Smiles wide from dusk till dawn. In the groove we find our song. Friends and music make us strong. Honeybee giggles and it's grand. In the crowd we take our stand. North Coast friends, hand in hand, together in this bluesy band. The ground we're on. Smiles wide from dusk till dawn. In the groove we find our song. Friends and music make us strong. Honeybee giggles and it's grand. In the crowd we take our stand. North Coast friends, hand in hand, together in this bluesy band.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Welcome to Happy Hour with the Puppet, 2K and Bob and Nick.
Yeah.
What's up?
This guy keeps taking pictures of me. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, God, it's Friday. Who's taking pictures of you? Oh, yeah. The one with the camera there.
Yeah, that guy.
You're in 2K in Cappadocia. Love it.
Yes.
How you guys doing, man? It's a great Friday. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful weekend.
Yes. Very nice.
Yeah.
Doing well.
You getting some time off there, 2K?
No, hang on.
All right.
Okay, take it already. Okay, good. Okay. Yes. Yeah, the week off for Nimrod and me, obviously. I mean, my life isn't that difficult. I sit in a box and come up here and do this. So, and then run around the apartment when no one's here because I'm like as I mentioned prior, I'm like a Toy Story puppet. When no one's looking at me, I can run around the house and do stuff.
That's cool.
But the second you look at me, this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different than naked knees, right? I mean, nobody's wishing you happy birthday.
Yes.
You got your clothes on. Well, your fur, anyways.
And Nimrod went to go see the new Deadpool Wolverine movie last night. He won't stop fucking talking about it. It's like, all right, we get it.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah, that sounds interesting. So he saw it?
Yes, yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so actually, it was kind of fucking amazing.
Oh, really?
It was,
Nice.
It was unbelievably good.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I got to see it now. Now I got to see it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine.
Yes. Yeah, highly recommended to everybody.
I have one more question for you before we move on to our dear friend Bobby Nick from the Great White North. So back at school, we had this rather attractive mail carrier. And, well, he wasn't male, or she wasn't male. And we used to
She-male.
call her.
Got it.
Yeah, we not quite. We used to call her the female man. You know, and she was quite attractive though, and she really there was very little man about that title other than the the mailman, female man. And do you get a lot of female man these days, or men?
There are a lot of women carriers. I wouldn't say a lot of them are lookers. I mean, a post office 10 is a real world 6. So it's kind of
Oh my gosh!
I mean, and God forbid an attractive woman walks in that door. You get like it's like the sharks just start swirling. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So how does that work then? So 60% of the times, the 10s are they're 6s.
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of girls that when they were cute, but when they cleaned up like outside the post office, like okay, this is actually pretty decent looking girls. But there are women in the post office that are attractive, but in the outside world, you would just think you would just be just a random woman walking down the street. In the post office, it's like, whoa, look at this chick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
There was a day where Nimrod was on a particular route. He was covering a route. It was before he had his own route. And the skies just opened up. I mean, pouring as hard as it could rain. And normally what you would do is you just hide in the truck because, it can't rain that heavy that long. Right. But no, he was wrong. After 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it's still raining just as hard. He's like, well, I got to do the route. And it was too hot to wear rain gear. It was like 90 degrees out. So he just had his shorts and his uniform shirt and just went out and got soaked. And after like 5 minutes, he couldn't be any more soaked, so he didn't care anymore. They're like running rivers going down the streets, like 6-7 inch rivers in the roads. It was ridiculous. And then finally the sun came out and remembered that a young lady named Margaret was on the next route. And Margaret was by far the hottest chick in the post office. And she usually worked in a white t-shirt.
Oh, so you had the in on trying to see the contest at the mill.
Yes. His first thought was, I should check and see if Margaret's okay. I mean, she's the next route over. And we go,
yeah, you had good intentions.
All right. Yes. Just make sure. It was really bad weather. It's very dangerous out. Something could have happened to her, and no one would know. So so that reward was granted perfectly. It's like,
that reminds me of a very perverted cousin of mine. He worked in a shoe store for a while, and there was this one rather he was quite fond of this other employee that showed up at about 4:00, and he's like, man, I'm gonna get that air conditioning really low. Same kind of logic, I guess. Hey, Bobby Nick, man, how's things going up in the Great White North, brother?
Pretty good. It's cold today. I can't believe it. It's been so hot for the past week, and yesterday was pretty mild, but today it's actually cold. So
just in time for the air conditioner to show up.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I got my air conditioner yesterday, and I don't have a use for it right now. But I did put it in the window and turned it on for a bit just to test her out, and
it seemed like make sure it's not a return.
Sweet.
Yeah, it seemed like it was blowing some nice cool air.
Yeah, we got like 76 degrees here today. It's pretty nice. Can't complain. And you're in like New York City, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice weather too. That's good.
Yeah, it's mid 85-ish today, but the Nimrod's apartment kind of holds the cool air pretty well. So he actually just put the AC on a few minutes ago. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, not too bad.
Yeah, we like to start happy hour with some music because happy hour is like you got to start out with those tunes and just kind of unwind and relaxing a little bit, getting ready for the weekend.
Yep.
And if you guys like an adult libation, go for it. I know Bobby and I probably won't engage. I'll have some aqua dolce though.
Might grab a beer later on.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Jerry. I see Jerry in the chat. Hi, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry. Let's say hi to some of the folks in the chat here. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I got to check out that guitar stream on Cut of the Jib channel. He's talking about the guitar guys, huh?
Yes. Yeah, cool. Jib does a good show over there.
Yeah, it's on 2:00 on Sundays usually. Yep. And hey, Mike, shitty internet providers here, guys.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, hey, Mike.
I should say.
Great to see you. 2K getting jiggy with it.
Yes, that's not the music in me.
Yeah,
I
listen.
think that was the music.
Yeah, Honeybee was loving that, man. She's like, dude, you started to do it. I don't know if you heard her, but she's like,
No. No, the music was up pretty loud, so I had to hear anything else.
Okay.
So I was like, just like,
She's got that distinctive laugh. Yo, Waver's in the house. Hey, Waver. One of our favorite
Waver.
veterans in the house. Please hit the like. I just did. Thank you, Waver. We got to get into, a lot of these channels, they'll put that quiz up, on the YouTube. Like, hey, did you hit the like button? Or and then you can put like questions is how long do you think 2K's other member is? That kind of thing, give them a choice of different numbers, Jerry, life is a mystery, 2K.
Yep, Jerry saw the movie too. If you saw the trailer, if you see, you know that Madonna's "Like a Prayer" plays prominently musically in the movie. So
not like a virgin, really? Very different.
Not like a virgin. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, she is a material girl after all.
Now she's a space monster.
Yeah, right. Some kind of lizard.
Yeah, what the fuck she did to herself?
Space lizard.
Yeah, she turned into a British space lizard.
Poor thing.
Yeah,
oh well, life crazy. In the pursuit of silicone.
Yeah,
Botox.
Yeah, the mystery of life is knowing the questions to ask, right? What are the questions? Jerry says 2-class tramps. Which two of us is he referring to? Me and Bobby, or me and 2K, or 2K and Bobby, or
It's a mystery.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, maybe that
life is a mystery.
Yes. Or maybe it's a delayed response from Jerry after he saw 3 people and he just was still responding to 2. Who knows? He may have his reasons. Gasha says you're safe here, Jerry. In Kai's chat. That's why I'm here.
Jerry and Joey got into it last night for a while. So
yeah.
Or more accurately, Joey yelled over Jerry, so we couldn't hear Jerry for 2 hours.
Yeah, well, that's great. Joey's always fun, right? Gasha says I'll knock some sense into Joey with my wrench.
Yeah. Little backhanded wrench slap.
Jerry says I did send another message saying we're cool. Got so blown out of proportion, although I was not annihilated.
Drunk, yes. Annihilated, no.
I suppose Italians and Scottish don't mix.
Maybe.
I don't know about that, man.
Nimrod is Italian. He's friends with Jerry. They get along great.
Yeah.
You have to understand Jerry. You really do have to hang around, because for the first little while, it's like, who the fuck is this guy, and who the fuck does he think he is? Seriously, like, because he likes to call people the C word, but he doesn't. That's like a normal thing in
right. It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you, you cunt. Okay, I love you too, you filthy piece of shit. Wait, am I supposed to say? I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Hey, you freaking douchebag. Hey, what's up with you, douchebag? Everything's great.
The fuck out of here.
Yeah, the fuck. Forget about it. What?
But no, I love Jerry. Jerry's good people.
Yeah, I like Jerry, man. It's good to see Jerry. I like to see his disposition, and it's nice to see him let off a little steam. It's always fun. Listen, I grew up in a poor Italian neighborhood, man. Half the school was Irish, and half the school was Italian. And damn it, there was a hell of a soccer game every recess.
The only thing I didn't really understand last night is that why Joey turned Chinese when he was arguing.
Yeah, I'm not.
That was confusing me too.
I don't. He replaces all his R's with L's. I'm like, what is? I don't know. I don't understand his arguing technique.
I think he was trying to do a Scottish accent, but he just couldn't.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought maybe it was like trying to go for like a little kid accent, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "But no, Joe, you sound like you're about to do my laundry. Stop it!"
Yeah, no.
How dare you typify?
Jeez. You know what he sounded like? He sounded like Team America World Police, where they were doing the Kim Jong-un impression with the puppet. That's what it sounded like.
I haven't seen that. I gotta look at it.
It's amazing. It's a fucking amazingly funny movie.
That sounds hilarious. Listen, Shepherdini, he's got a point here. Shepherdini does sound rather Italian.
It does end in a vowel.
Shepherdini, meaning little shepherd.
Yes.
Something like that. Here's your morning tea I made in the kitchen bee. Oh, very nice. He even rhymed it. I think she wants some chai instead of masala. Oh. Gasha says he, and I think he actually prefers the she.
No.
Or as the Mandarin might say, shishi ni. Gaseous has a monkey wrench. He does. Great observation there, Mike.
Remember when tee meant that a girl was laughing instead of a transsexual just entered the room?
That one's lost on me, even though I was laughing. Just walking away.
It's gonna hit you later. You're gonna go, oh yeah, I get it now.
Yeah. Yeah, right. The second time I listen, I'll understand more. Just like a Francis Ford Coppola movie, you got to watch it 4 times, and you still see stuff.
Like the original Dune. I had to watch that movie 4 times before I understood everything that was fucking happening.
Hey, I thought that was a great movie.
Oh, yeah, it's great. What I saw it when I was very young, and they kept changing the main character's name every 8 minutes.
Yeah,
it's like every day he's got another name. It's Paul Atreides. It's Paul Muad'Dib. It's the Kwisatz Haderach. It's Usul. Like, you fucking pick a name. There's got 25 fucking names. I think we're talking about 8 different people. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. What was the name of the thing with all the pustules on it?
Oh, that was the Duke Harkonnen. I can't think of his first name.
Oh, okay.
Well, that makes me laugh. The new ones in the new Dunes, they pronounce it Harkonnen. It's Harkonnen. It's Harkonnen. I watched this movie 1,000 times. It's Harkonnen.
How dare you?
Yeah, stop saying Harkonnen. Fuck you. I'm not pronouncing it. Fuck it. I'm trying to change it. It's Harkonnen.
Get it right.
Yes.
Get it right.
It makes me crazy when they do that.
I'll have a spot tea. Thanks, Ram. And Gaseous says, indeed I do. Gaseous Clay, I might add.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, my mistake. Italians who grew up around Mexican gangbangers. Is that he's talking about you? Huh?
Me?
Yeah.
Joey, maybe? Could that be it?
Oh, I don't know.
I grew up in the Northeast. We had Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. We didn't have a whole lot of Mexicans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty good variety, actually. Depends on what town you were in. What part of town you were in, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the neighborhood Nimbob grew up in, and it's still in, was very heavily Greek back then. So everyone thought he was a Greek kid. Saying, I'm not Greek. Oh. Different part of the Mediterranean. Thanks for asking, though.
Well, you probably had some good Greek food in the neighborhood.
Oh, Greek Easter, the neighborhood smelled fantastic. Because everyone's just roasting everyone's digging barbecue pits wherever they could find dirt and just roasting a huge rack of lamb or whatever.
Yeah. That's one thing. Yeah, you like that stuff too, Bobby?
Oh yeah,
you like the Greek. Yeah, Honeybee makes this. She makes this delicious. What would you call it? The gyro meat, and it's like half of it's a grass-fed beef, and the other half is lamb. I think it's oregano, all the Greek spices, man. And it's just the funny thing about it is it tastes better the next day. That's one of those rare foods that actually gets better.
My grandmother's sauce, the meatballs, would always taste better the next day. But so like the sauce had like a day to sort of congeal's not the right word, but sort of just like thicken up a little bit.
Yeah,
and the leftovers the next day was so. I mean, they were great. My grandmother had made the best meatballs on earth, but the next day, leftovers. Oh God,
yeah.
I would run across the street through traffic just to get those.
Seems like a lot of foods with tomato sauce. That's the case. Like chili, chili's always good the next day, better the next day.
Yeah,
that's amazing. So that's all this talk making you guys hungry. No,
it's making me miss my grandma. I miss my grandma. I missed the meatball. I missed my grandma's meatballs. Oh, no.
Did you call her Nona?
No, it was grandma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were very. It was a very Americanized family. At least on my father's side. Like my grandfather my mother's side. My mother's side, my grandfather fought in World War II for our country. My grandfather on the other side fought for Italy in World War One, so he was kind of on the bad guy's side.
Wow.
Oh,
But he came over. Yeah,
he was
16.
wow, man.
He was
That's
16 years old fighting in the Italian army.
Right, that predates Mussolini. Il Duce. Huh.
Yeah.
Hey,
So they were very
Hackride's in
proud
the
to be
house.
Americans.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, listen, the fascists are not exactly high on the list, right? Hackride, what's up, brother? Joey versus Jerry. The battle of the mumble mouths. Here for it. Here for the ride.
The mumble in the jungle.
It's a mumble in the jungle. I like that.
Yeah. Are you ready for the mumble? I understand like 8 words from both sides of that argument. All right. Woo. Honeybee. Salute.
Bless
Did
you.
you guys hear that one?
I heard it.
So,
Yeah.
so like a butterfly, cough like a bee. Sneeze like a bee, whatever it was.
Yeah, man. Did you just come up with that on the spot? That's
Yes.
pretty good. I love it. I love it. This brilliant man.
Oh, thank you.
Jerry says, I did not. I did a lot of mumbling trying to talk over him, but I'm also trying to end it because it's really nothing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Jerry really was trying to like appease, not appease is not the right word, but like trying to like he was trying to be like capitulate, he was trying to apologize, but I guess he got involved in an argument that you guys were something was happening on JBX, and he kind of came in and made jokes about it, and he didn't understand the severity of it. And I saw some of the chats, and he was trying to be like, hey, sorry about that, didn't know how serious this was, and then it just kind of went to shit after that. It's like, oh, okay, this clearly is not being resolved here. So, yeah. I said, but I know what Jerry means.
Yeah. Gaseous Clay says, I know for sure that my grandfather is Hungarian. Documented proof. Yeah. Man, a lot of folks in Hungary, they fought the communists, man, and they had an easy way in here in the States if they were they were getting away from that, man. Great history in Hungary for sure.
True. Also, Hungarian women, I don't know why they're the hottest women on the face of the earth.
I have to say, you ever been to Budapest?
No. I know if I went, I'd never come back. So, for one of several reasons.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sure your credit card would get maxed out one way or another.
Yeah. Credit card, blood flow. Yeah.
As soon as you said Hungarian women, Bobby, man, he left. I think he probably has the same thoughts. And well, I don't know what he's up to.
Every Hungarian woman I've ever met has been a bombshell. So it's like, it's interesting because I met when I was a young man. I met this one Hungarian girl, and it was just clear she was destined to be a mathematician, and she was rather attractive and smart. Deadly combination. She ended up becoming a mathematician, of course. Yeah, I met a very attractive woman in a strip club once, and she was destined to become a mathematician. Yes, so you can just see. Oh, there's going to be lots of math in your future.
Yeah, at least counting of the math. Hey, Matt, welcome.
Hey, Matt.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Play Matt's here. Yay.
Yeah, celebrate happy hour, man. It was a long week. Mine wasn't hung, I can tell by my
Sorry about that. That's a swallowing noise I just made. Sorry about that.
Was it air?
No, his name Rob took a sip of water. He's a bit of a cough, so he's kind of.
That's all right, man. It's as long as it's not air, you should be good later.
Yeah, exactly.
Gasha says, my great-great-grandfather threw away his royalty for love.
Good.
Interesting. He was a royal Hungarian, huh?
He was a well thought of Hungarian. He was a well Hungarian.
Yeah. I just want to know if he ate goulash. I'm sure he did. Do you ever have goulash?
If I did, I didn't know it was goulash.
Well, let me say, if it was one of those Hungarian women that cooked it for you, you probably didn't know or remember anything you tasted.
Oh no,
You're
no.
just mesmerized,
No.
probably.
Yeah. It's just like how are you? They're like remember like the elves in Lord of the Rings? They're like this ridiculously beautiful people. Those are Hungarian. I don't know about the dudes, but the women, Jesus
women,
Christ. Oh
definitely Hungarian. Yes,
it's like they're elves. They're elven. I keep expecting them to speak. I'm like, are you speaking Hungarian or Elvish? Because I can't tell because I'm hypnotized right now.
Yeah. Hungarian women do happen to have elven magic, so to speak, right?
It's the pointy ears that throw you off.
It does.
Yes.
I gotta say, there's been very few pointy ears on Star Trek that weren't quite, let's say, rather attractive.
Well, they had that. What was that one? Was it Was it Enterprise? The series, the early one that had the incredibly hot Vulcan chick on the show, T'Pol. Like, oh dear God.
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ, was that woman amazing?
Yeah.
I think it was Enterprise.
The
The one with Scott Bakula was the captain.
Yeah, it's
Archer.
She's so logical. You just wonder what the joys might be. On the other side of the bedroom door.
There was nothing logical about those titties. I'll tell you that right now.
That's right.
Holy Christ.
That's
Jesus.
right.
They defied science because they defied gravity. Oh my God.
Yes. It's hard to believe there's a green blood running through those veins. Yes, brother. I have that. Yeah. Sounds really great, he says. He's referring to Bobby, I think. I like I said, as soon as you said Hungarian women, bam, he was out of here.
I need to do a Google search immediately. Either that or it turns out his air conditioner was a transformer. He's currently having a battle to the death with it. It'd be terrible.
That's
it's the worst luck ever. You buy an air conditioner, it turns out to be a Decepticon. Oh, it's terrible.
Gasha says, I love goulash. That's cool, man. I'm gonna have to ask Honeybee to make some. I'll have to see if there's
So is goulash like a stew? It's like it's kind of like.
But yeah, Gash, just give us the definition for a very good goulash. You don't have to get real detailed and describe.
Right. Don't even
just give us the basics. Yeah. I'm gonna say, I could be totally wrong here, but I'm gonna say somehow, some way, there's cabbage in it. What do you think? Maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I guess it was a short goulash always to me. Like when we saw it like in the movies being served in like in a fucking Russian prison, it's always like scooped into a bowl. Oh, you ever eat your gulag now? You're good, whatever. Goulash. You eat goulash in the gulag.
Yeah. Believe me, there were no Hungarian female guards in the gulag.
No, I would be. I would have visited. I would have started. I would have been like Brittany Griner up in that bitch. Start committing crimes in Russia 2 seconds after I got there.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, we couldn't help but notice as soon as 2K said the Hungarian women, you were gone, man. Everything okay over there?
Yeah. I mean, what do you do? You gotta go take care of some stuff.
Gasha says, weirdly, it isn't my dad whose grandfather was the Hungarian that made goulash. My mom did. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, yeah. You tend to, when you've got influence in the family and you know your kids are influenced with that culture, that makes a mother want to, help them to embrace their, Hungarian side, so to speak. And I know that 2K would like to embrace some Hungarian sides, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes. Anyone who's ever watched private movies, if you know what I mean, the European adult film company, they brought a lot of Hungarians into their circle. It was just insane.
Oh, what companies say that?
It was called Private. Private was like the biggest adult film company in Europe. It was gigantic, and of course all the movies made it over here. And there were some women, and every time you saw one that was incredibly stunning, you would look like, oh, yep, she's Hungarian. Who knew?
And so these days, they're probably more likely to be Ukrainian, maybe?
Well, if you go into any strip club in America, there's going to be 7 or 8 Ukrainian chicks there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because they all escape Ukraine. They're hot. And the first thing is, well, how am I going to make money here? I'm white. No one's going to pay me anything for nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to do something here.
Yeah, their version of nothing, which is maybe something to some.
Right. Yeah, jump up on a pole, have guys toss money at me, and everything's good.
Yeah, it's very little English required.
I make the sexy dance for you.
Yes. I give you $5 for a $1 dance.
Yes.
See, now look, there I went. I became Chinese for a moment.
Saki, $5.
Honeybee says goulash is a super stew of meat and vegetables, seasoned with paprika and other spices. Wow, that's where you get me. The paprika, I like paprika, but paprika, she don't like me.
It's kind of like a spicy stew, I guess. A little bit. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, that does sound quite tasty, actually. One thing I used to love when I used to eat cottage cheese. One thing, or even a good, what would you call it? Well, let's just stick with the cottage cheese. Just a little bit of paprika on the top. Yeah, it gives a nice visual, but it actually tastes pretty good too.
So you said you used to eat cottage cheese. What made you stop?
Well, one day I looked at some cows that were in a field, and I thought to myself, what part or what fluid discharged from any of those animals out there should I be thinking in terms of ingesting? And I just came to the conclusion that, well, all the receptors in my brain or all the receptors in other mammals' brains may actually be impacted by some of the molecules in that milk, which is, for baby cows. And well, I didn't want to behave like a baby cow. Forgive me, it's completely irrational. It has nothing to do with the desire to taste something creamy and delightful. So,
just ask those Hungarian girls.
Well, that's a whole nother story.
Yes.
Longing for that is, even without the milk, is something. Let's just leave it alone.
Olga, I have something creamy and delightful for you.
Yes, right. It's amazing. I got to say, growing up, I never imagined a beautiful woman named Olga.
No, they really. Even in Hungary, the Olgas tend to be like mole riddled and terrifying. In Hungary, not Hungary. What the fuck am I talking about? Hungary. Hungary. The fuck.
Yeah, we had this. Well, he was from Hungary. He came to the States. And he was an older gentleman, and he left there because he was a political prisoner, and he got into the States, and he got citizenship because of what he had experienced, and he was a really nice guy, and the guy must have been like, I don't know, 5'1". Anyways, his wife was over 6 feet tall. Both of them are Hungarian. And she's a big woman, man. I remember when we go, because we used to play, with the kids, and we'd go in the house there, man, and it always smelled delicious in that house. Always just smelled so good. Very distinctive sense of the Hungarian spices, I guess.
Right. It was like the opposite of my Indian friend's house I used to go over to after school sometimes. Like, oh, geez. You open that door, it's like being hit by a truck. You're like, what the fuck are you people doing in here?
Well, you got to get accustomed to the
Yes,
the spices, right?
yeah.
I mean, do you like Indian food nowadays?
No, I never. No, I think that kind of put me off to it. See, I was having this discussion with someone the other night about hot sauces and like bell peppers and stuff.
Curry,
yes, wasabi, like anything that makes your face hurt. I've never understood the appeal of eating something that puts you in immediate pain. I'm not a fan of it. Like I want to be able to eat shit and savor it. Eat shit, you know what I mean? Eat stuff and savor it and just enjoy it and not have to worry about my eyes coming out of my fucking head any more than they already are, mind you. Because I'm eating something that's literally setting my mouth on fire. I don't understand it. I know people love it. People are like, oh, this chili is so hot and fiery. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It's interesting you say that, because I grew up with. And Bobby, do you have experiences like that too?
I don't really like hot stuff.
Yeah. So I grew up like that too. Just really, for whatever reason, it was never served in the house. Just never got into that. However, when I went away to school, I had no choice but to have the 10-cent wing nights or 15-cent wing nights, and of course they were only 10 or 15 cents because they were hot as hell.
Oh,
and so I acquired the skills late in life.
Yeah, your friends will go out to Buffalo Wild Wings. What do you mild or fuck off? I'm not. No.
Yeah.
Either you order mild or I'm ordering my own. I'm telling you right the fuck now.
You're right.
I'm not eating your murder wings. Fuck you.
Oh,
yeah, I don't like when my face feels like it's melting.
Exactly.
Yeah, the top of your head and the back just starts sweating profusely.
I was just gonna say I don't like sweating from eating. It's not.
Yeah, it's not cool.
It's not comfortable,
cool, man.
Yeah, it's like it kicks the metabolism into overdrive. This reminds me of a story of we used to go to Skyway Chili. Familiar with that?
No, not offhand.
Yeah, so I guess they're founded in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we used to go to that. Me and a bunch of engineers, and we do that at lunches, years ago, and they have this hot sauce in this like a ketchup bottle, and it was orange, so it wasn't red, and it was really hot. And so one of these days we invited one of the lab technicians to come with us. And he came along with us, and he saw all of us did the same things. He ordered the same thing we did because he wanted to try it out first time. And he didn't know he didn't know that we put hot sauce on all of ours. And we got that red orange bottle, and we would just, after that we got the servings, we just cover the thing with it, and then he covered his with it, not realizing that it was hot sauce. And he was kind of like I was when I was younger. It's like I didn't eat any of that stuff. It's like he ruined his whole freaking meal. Poor guy.
That's the worst.
Yeah,
that's the worst. So you accidentally pour something on your burger or your sandwich. You're like, fuck! I thought this was something else.
Yeah, and so from that point, when I was in school eating those hot wings, from that point I descended into. I had another friend who was a Chinese Malaysian, and had a bunch of different Chinese food with hot stuff. And then I had another dear friend of mine who was from Mumbai, and so I got exposed to all kinds of delicious Chinese and Indian foods, and he was actually Gujarati. And anyways, it was a great exposure to the hot stuff. So I understand if you don't like it, though. That's
just never. And you just certain tastes. I remember, God, I had back when I was first grade thing, and Rob was talking about. But first grade, his mother used to work Board of Elections, and back then there was a soda. I think it was called Dr. Brown's or Dr. something. And it was just like they had like their own cola and their own lemon lime soda and their own ginger ale, but it had like weird flavors too.
Yeah.
So
Mr. Pibb? No,
there's different fruits and vegetables that you would never think to make into a soda, but they did. So the cola would always be the first thing to go, and Nimrod was fine with having. He would have to sit there all day with his mom doing the Board of Elections, and he would just grab either a lemon lime or ginger ale. So he grabbed the green can, figuring it had to be one of those, and he took a big old slug, and it turned out to be celery soda. I've
never even heard of such a thing.
Exactly, and he did a spit take that the Three Stooges would have been fucking.
I just saw the visual.
Right the fuck out.
Oh man, right? Yeah.
You would have thought someone had stabbed him in the stomach the way he was reacting to it.
He drank some gasoline or something.
Oh, his mom's instantly mad at him. Like, what? Even at 6 years, 6-7 years old, he's like, why the fuck would you make celery into a soda? What sick bastard does this? Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah.
I see Gaseous's comment here. He says, they didn't teach me any of the culture. I wish I knew. My last name is Hungarian. Yeah, I don't know if this was an experience of yours, but there was a time when different cultures would really wanted to assimilate in the States.
Yes.
And so they actually repressed a lot of the cultural things in the families. And there's something that's lost with that. But the good thing is that one can refresh one's knowledge base and kind of start to learn about it and become, educated on it. And that's something you can certainly pass on to your daughter, Gaseous.
On my father's side, they definitely became more traditional American meals kind of stuff. My mother's side, they held on to like the Italian heritage as far as like just food wise. Everything else they assimilated. Like my grandfather.
Who wants to let go of lasagna?
Exactly. And my grandfather on my father's side started a family kind of late, so he passed away when I was very little. But he was a world class chef.
Oh, wow.
He used to work on the luxury trains, the ones that like the cross country luxury trains.
Right.
So he would just make the stuff he made. He would make bread that you would literally just beat your children to have a piece of. It was so good. Oh, it was just amazing. It would come out of the oven. I was like, oh, how do you do this?
Well, he's cooking for rich people on the trains
exactly.
back in the day, right? I mean, yeah, they had the best of the best, right?
Yeah. There are pictures of Nimrod at 4 years old, 3 years old with a loaf of bread that's twice his body length, trying to eat it.
Yeah, were you carrying it under your armpits, or
literally like holding it up like with both hands, like just trying to shove the end into his mouth, kind of just trying to bite a piece out of it.
That's so
not succeeding particularly well.
Oh, that's hilarious. What's Ram saying? Ram says, well, I'm heading out to start my Saturday going to warm water aerobics class.
Cool.
With the old people at he said cool right before I read with the old people at 9:30 a.m. First class, then have tandoori chicken wrap with vanilla milkshake.
Cute. That's awesome.
Interesting. You got to balance the heat with some dairy, huh?
Or they say it's milk. Like when your mouth is burning, water's not gonna do shit. You got to drink milk. That'll kind of It's like it's supposedly it's an not an antacid, but it's supposed to like it's a base. That's right. That's where I was like.
Yeah, cool. Very cool. Yeah, well, Ram, I don't know about you, Nimrod, but I like talking to older people. I just always enjoy the and it's not always the case, obviously, because there's some older people that aren't happy.
Yeah.
But, I'm talking about the ones going to aerobics. They're probably, on average, probably well dispositioned, right? I think they'll enjoy that, Ram.
Yeah, it depends on the old people. I guess some old people have amazing stories about stuff they experienced in their life, and some just want to talk to you about their grandchild Billy that you can give two shits about.
Yeah, or the corns on their foot. Yeah.
Right, exactly. My great niece Emily, she has a farm. And like, oh God, fuck, kill me. Oh, then you have some guys who have some cool stories about World War II or something. You're like, oh, I could sit and listen to this all day. This is fantastic.
Right? Yeah, some fascinating stuff that somebody lived, and you're like, holy smoke, this is just, these aren't words. These are somebody's experience. It's really
My grandma grew up in Hell's Kitchen when the Irish and Italians were trying to kill each other on a regular basis. So she had some really cool stories.
They weren't playing soccer together like we were.
No, not at all. So she had some great stories about. So I would listen to her stories all the time. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, we had our share of Irish and Italians in Cleveland. You've heard of the To Kill the Irishman, the Danny Green story. There's quite the history in Cleveland between the Irish mob and the Italian mob. It's interesting stuff.
Yeah. Wasn't a bit of a clash of ideologies, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I hope you have fun there, Ram. Hey, Kahuna Nui's in the house, man.
Kahuna.
What's going on, Kahuna Nui? These guys they're doing great with their morning show. It starts at 9:00. They're just doing great. Kahuna, can you give us an update? I've been pretty busy today, so I didn't get to catch. I know Miss Honeybee saw them this morning. I didn't get to catch the show, but let us know if you care to give us an update on Lulu. I know she was. She had lots. Did you see Lulu? Freaking adorable. She had a lot of energy yesterday, which kind of I thought was really encouraging. That she'll be, and it's enormously draining for Kahuna because she needs a lot of attention, right?
Yeah.
Give us an update, brother. Hey, come to the gym.
Hey, what's up?
Hey guys, what's going on? I decided to take a little bit of a break.
Good.
Thought I'd hang out with you guys for just a little bit.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, happy hour, buddy. Happy hour.
Absolutely.
What's up?
Hey, it's this guy. I know that guy.
Yeah. Go on.
Nope, I think my connection's acting great and kooky.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Now I hear
you. There we go.
Yeah, I can hear you good. Yeah.
Yeah, I showed up on No Filter last night, like toward the end, and Kahuna was showing off the puppy. I was like, "Oh, look at a puppy! Yay!
Yeah.
So cute." Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is the puppy getting better?
It looks like he's
Yeah,
doing pretty. She's
I-
doing
Seems
pretty good.
like it,
yeah.
yeah.
I asked him to give us an update. I think it's enormously draining on Kahuna. I didn't send Kahuna the link because I figured he's been working pretty hard at the later hours. So, but if he wants, dude, just ask. Gaseous Hungarian ? Doxed.
Doxed. That's all.
Welcome in here, Dream Man and Matt.
Hey, Dream Man. So you guys are broadcasting both on your channel and on Catalano TV channel?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
we're trying to get the hours up on our Ky and Friends channel, and so yeah, we're broadcasting on my channel, Catalano TV, and also on my X platform, which
cool.
Yeah, it's I think it's important for Catalano TV to have have product that's able to be viewed on X, because I think that platform is going to have great potential. And
for sure.
Let's be honest, nobody ever made money betting against Elon Musk.
No,
I think it's just a smart move to keep with that and keep having it go on.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Elon. So.
Oh my gosh! Did you see his interview, Jordan Peterson and him?
I heard so snippets. I didn't actually watch it and watch all the rest of snippets of it.
Yeah, I got to finish watching that. But two of my favorite humans in one place. It's just really, I can't wait to see the rest of it. Fascinating discussion.
It's interesting when you're talking about getting on the ground floor over there with Twitter and their streaming service. The thing is, I always tell, people ask me why it is that I went to Rumble as opposed to, some of the other ones they're around. I said because of the reason of innovation, which ones are moving forward and things like that. And people, go and they look at, take, for instance, Rumble. Viewership is better on Rumble, but, there are some things that they just don't have down yet. And I say, what you want to do is when you're, when there's a new platform, you want to stick with it, because what's going to happen is as it grows, you're going to be the one that was on the ground floor. You're going to be the one that had built an audience beforehand. It's going to take longer to build an audience, but you're going to be leaps and bounds above anybody else when Rumble starts to become the big thing, because people are flooding off of YouTube like crazy because of the things that they're doing. Doug TenNapel just got kicked off of YouTube.
Who?
Again. Doug TenNapel. Yeah. So, and I've spoken with Doug, and for those who don't know, if you guys are familiar with Earthworm Jim, he created Earthworm Jim. And he's a big political commentator. And I was talking with Doug about Rumble several months ago, and he said, yeah, but the thing is, I'm really not growing over there on Rumble. And I was like, because you haven't been consistent, Doug. That's the reason. You've been consistent with YouTube, but you haven't been consistent with Rumble. You got to have that consistency.
Yeah. Well, see, you get pulled both ways, because like Joey has noticed that if he does the dedicated stream on YouTube, the algorithm sends him. He can only have one guest, and he can't play any intro or outros. At least the way he's got it. He can only have one guest, but the algorithm sends him out, and he'll get like twice as many, 3 times, sometimes 4 times as many views. And that's new eyes that may potentially subscribe.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And YouTube's working great for Joey right now. It may not always be that way, but for right now, use it while it's good for you.
Yeah, I've noticed some things with the views. I don't know if you guys noticed. There's some things that just don't jive with the views. Their view counts don't seem to be right, but it's could be a perception thing, but it's
on which thing? On YouTube or?
Yeah, on YouTube. It seems like the view counts it doesn't seem like they're accurate. And I've done a couple things to kind of check it out, and It just doesn't seem something's funny there. It seems. Anyways, that's my take on it. I know others have voiced that as well. I think Joey even articulated that too.
Well, I have a theory on that. YouTube has been getting into a lot of trouble here recently, or Google as a company itself.
Yeah.
And with that, the thing that I've noticed pretty often in the YouTube Studio app is they'll be like, "Oh, your view count for the last couple of days has not been accurate. We're working to fix that." And I'm sitting over there going, when they are probably, their creators collectively are probably generating, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. What a convenient problem to have.
Yeah. You need $100 million. What you do is you go and you mess with the view count.
Yeah. You make mistakes. Oops.
Yes.
Oops. We made more money. Son of a diddly. Sorry.
Oopsie.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't know what the substance is on that, but I could see where. Let's be honest, man. You're the VP of a division. Hey, gotta get your numbers up. You don't give a god. You don't give a darn about the individual creator, right? But you'll sure as hell take his money if you're a VP.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Don't know. Can't say for certain.
That's Gaseous up there.
Yeah, what's up, Gaseous Clay? You know what? Matt has a correction here. I think I said Skyway Chili. I meant Skyline. He's got me right. He's got me right.
Skyline Chili.
Gaseous Clay, not native Hungarian, accumulation of a European petri dish mixed with a pinch of indigenous. Oh, how cool is that? The indigenous needs to be qualified from what indigenous? Because there's a lot of different indigenous, and quite frankly, what is indigenous? Well, more than likely came from somewhere else at some point in time.
Yes, like I say, indigenous is the most misused word in the history of mankind.
Yeah. I mean, the intentions. You understand the intentions.
No, I know. But
I know what you're saying.
But the whole Native American, Indigenous American thing, it's like, no, neither one of those make any sense. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not using either one now.
Yeah,
because if you're born here, you're native to here. And I got bad news for everyone who calls people indigenous Americans. There's no such thing. No life developed in North America. It all came from somewhere else. There are no indigenous people in North America. Sorry.
Bad things happened in North America. Really bad things happened, and a lot of stuff was wiped out.
Yes.
Not even the engines.
Not even the engines are Russo Chinese who came over across the land bridge from Europe.
Yeah. Well.
Yes.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Even there is some argument in terms of the genetic history in terms of South America. There seems to be some cross pollination from not necessarily Polynesia, but the thinking that there was only genetics brought through the land bridge has been disproven to some degree, because there is representation in South America that doesn't look like it came across the land.
No, well, there is stuff. Yeah, there are stuff. That sounds terrible. There are also people who came up from the South and came into North America from the South also.
Right.
And they kind of, But I mean, and then by the way, everyone, they killed each other for thousands of years, long before white people have been out here. Just an FYI.
And some of them ate.
Exactly. Sacrificed to people. Stuff.
And you also have a bunch of other things that are part of that aspect as well, as the intermating from, different regions as well. And then you also have, I guess it really depends upon if you think that the plate tectonic theory is relevant or not. And if that holds
Pangea,
any sort of
that whole thing.
if you think
one
that
giant
holds
continent.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got representation in animals that proves that there's no doubt about the separation of certain land masses, right? But there's a lot of seafaring people, and let's not pretend most of which we may not even be aware of. That maybe they weren't great navigators, but if they were on something that floats, they might have made it to South America from anywhere.
Right, they find it by accident, even
depending on the currents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I still say Indian. I'm welcome to other things that make sense. I personally think tribal Americans is an acceptable term That would be something that I would think would make sense. It describes what they, it describes. I mean, obviously the best thing you can do is describe by what tribe they're from. Navajo or whatever, whatever, and just describe them as that individually, as opposed to lumping them all together into one thing. But if you have to lump them together into one thing, I would think tribal. Tribal is less offensive than Indian, I guess, but it makes more sense than indigenous or native, which doesn't.
But the fact is, you really don't even have that really. In terms of a pure bloodline, because of all the intermarrying. Right. It's almost like in my Jewish faith, for instance, I hear these idiots all the time go and say, I'm from the tribe of Levi. And it's like, oh, really? You are? So let me get this straight. You just recently found out through a DNA test, you're from the tribe of Levi. Okay. So let me get this straight. So you just found out about this whole Torah thing. Nobody in your entire family ever has. So somehow they all just never married outside of their faith or had or out of that tribe and never, had an illegitimate child. Those are things that never happened in 5,000 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they make a lot of money off of those DNA tests to tell you that you're from this tribe or that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And whatever they tell you is only based on the current knowledge base, which is changing.
There was an episode of South Park.
Gets updated. Yeah.
There was an episode of South Park where Randy tells people that he's part Indian, Native American, whatever you want to call it, and he realizes he's got 0 Native American DNA. So he goes and makes out with an Indian guy. So when they do the swab, they find some Indian DNA, and then it's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. God, that's so ridiculous. It's so funny though.
You can see him doing something like getting a swab on a dog or something.
Right.
I'm part dingo.
Yeah, and Gaston says, technically Americans. I said they were Russo Asian. Like they came from the further part of North. But they said, but there are people who came up from the South as well who are totally different species. And this is over the course of thousands and thousands. Well, different species of human. Different species of human. At the time, they were literally different. I mean, they were human, but they were entirely different breeds of human that hadn't interacted at all. So then they started co-mingling or attacking each other and stealing each other's women, more accurately. But they eventually it grew to the Indians that you visually know today. Yeah. But that's over the course of thousands of years. People just think, this is thousands of years this took place. Is how long this took to happen.
Yeah.
You know how the Clippers are going to take that, though, right?
They can clip my ball. They can Clippers clip my balls.
Yeah. You're talking about the jeans from the Levi's, and we're not talking blue jeans. Yeah, all that's going to get clipped and misinterpreted. But when it's taken out of context, it won't be out of context. It'll have context.
Anyway. Listen, we had Cro-Magnon and Neanderthal living at the same time. They were different fucking species of people at the time.
Yeah,
they were people, but they were different species.
Yeah. Here's the funny part about it. They might have been smarter, a lot smarter than we think.
Oh, Neanderthals?
Yeah, they had larger brain mass. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Cro-Magnon just didn't have the tool making abilities that Neanderthals had. That's kind of how. That's why the
Neanderthals compared to us had larger brain.
Yeah.
Now I will counter your theory with this. Do you really think? Well, what I'm saying is, do you think in terms of the evolutionary process, we have gone forwards or backwards in the past 30 years?
Oh, well, the last,
30 years is less than a blink of an eye for evolution.
Right. The last 30 years, we've apparently, I wouldn't say it's evolution. I would just say some type of bug happened that made everyone stupid.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're asking me, the last 10,000 years, we've gotten so far away with the what humans have been evolved to live off of and live like. We've gotten so far away from that there's somewhat of a devolution, I think. Is that might be your point?
Yes. 2,000 years ago, they're like, don't eat that plant. It's bad for you. Okay, I'm not going to eat that plant. Now it's like, let me go and shove Tide Pods down my gullet.
Right. Well, yeah.
Right.
I mean, 30 years ago, 100 years ago, in order to survive, you had to have a skill of some sort and keep yourself alive. Now you go to somebody and they hand you a check every month, and now you live that way. So I'm not going to say which people those are. I'm just saying it happens. And if you have to do nothing to live, you're going to turn into an idiot. It's that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's some truth to that, unfortunately. There's something to be said to have some pride in making an honest way in your world, right?
I mean, like I say, even the people who do, obviously there are people we work with who do this. This is kind of like becomes their job when they're not, when they're no longer doing a 9-to-5 job. So they're still doing something to make their brains work and occupy their minds. But when your whole day is, okay, oh God, again, Nimrod's a mailman, and believe it or not, there are projects in his neighborhood where he works, even though it's in a nice area, because they made them take projects in there. And whenever he had that route, every day there'd be 10 people coming. If it was the end of the month, you'd have 10 different people. Yo, you got my check? Yo, you got my check? No, I don't have your check. No, your check will be in your mailbox later. I'm not stopping my day to go through 200 houses worth of fucking mail to find your check. And then
yeah.
And you have 3 people from the same fucking residence asking for the same check. Like, listen, Shanae, I told Dave Connell a little earlier, I can't give you a check. I have to deliver it to the house. I'm not, I can't just hand it to anybody. I gotta deliver the mail. I can't just hand people shit in the middle of the street. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's yeah. God. I'm not gonna get into a whole nanny state thing, but it really does just make people just awful. So,
I don't know. I think the Whitaker family is the next step, is what I think.
The Whitakers.
Yeah. Okay, that might be devolution. Yes.
Dream Man's talking about your childhood and hanging out with mom, and he's thinking it's more like bored of elections.
Yes, it's really what it was. Yeah. And know what the worst part was? It was in the gym, so there were basketball hoops right there. And it's like, I could just give you a basket. And but the thing is, if you shoot the basket, you're going to hit some old lady trying to vote in the head. So it's kind of you couldn't even play basketball. It's like that basketball hoops right here. I can occupy myself.
Yeah,
but no.
Yeah, but it's all the way over there.
Well, the thing is, the voting machines were too close to safely shoot baskets and not hurt someone.
Yeah. Dr. Hot Brown is the question, and this is the Virgin Bells from Michael Selden.
Yay!
You guys get the reference for Dr. Hot Brown?
I brought up the soda. There was Dr. Brown soda earlier.
Oh.
I don't remember exactly. I'm going to have to Google that at some point.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was hot celery.
It could, oh God, I can't imagine they had hot soda. Oh God, can you imagine hot soda?
Yeah, a little Tabasco with celery.
It's the complete opposite of the reason why you drink soda to refresh yourself.
I remember many times when I was a young man and we'd take a vacation to the beach and all that stuff. And mom's always like, make sure that Christopher has his soda. And, and so it's going and sitting in the sand. And then the blood sugar gets low and I got this scalding hot soda that I'm trying to drink.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That's fun.
Because, of course, get it in a can. That makes sense.
What's the matter? Don't you want your aluminum molecules to accumulate in your brain?
The best is when you're at the park and you take a sip of your soda and you didn't realize a bee just flew into it a few seconds earlier.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what's that chunk?
Oh, that's fun. It's like, Or just worse, like you take the sip and as you're pulling the can away, the thing flies out. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, get it away.
Yeah.
Like a yellow jacket.
That would kill me.
It's a. Oh, no. But tell me, folks, individually, have you guys ever seen somebody that like had a chunk of something come out and something they're drinking, they spit it out and then they drank the rest?
Oh God!
That's the worst. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
Those people are out there.
Oh God!
Bobby did that with something that wasn't a drink. Yeah. Didn't you, Bobby?
Hey, I didn't keep eating.
The best is when like someone tastes something awful, like, oh, this is terrible. Here, try this. No, fuck you. No, I just saw you. I take your word for it. It's terrible. Go away.
Yeah. Don't want to taste it.
Yes,
every woman I've ever dated has done that. Every single one of them.
Well, that goes back to the whole, how does this dress look? I like it. Well, I don't like it. Why the fuck did you ask me?
Well,
why did you ask my opinion?
There's certain answers you want to give if you want a chance.
Right. Right, you clearly don't value my opinion. You want me to validate your opinion. That's all I'm here for. Just tell me what you want me to say. I'll say it, and we can go.
Yeah, well, honesty is the problem that keeps you from achieving goals. Sometimes.
Yes, it's not fun.
Yeah, Kahuna's giving us an update here. He says, getting better every day. Lots of or too much energy. That's good. That's a good sign, man.
Okay.
Showing
Him
less
or the
signs
dog?
showing less signs of brain injury. Yeah, it's remarkable. A growing creature at that age, they just, man, bouncing babies, man. That's awesome. I'm delighted to hear that. That thing, Lulu, she's adorable, man.
Cute puppy. I miss Honey Beacon.
Yeah, she's glad to hear it. So all of us are. I love talking to older people too. Surprisingly, we have a lot in
Yeah. Getting close to being older people right here.
Well,
I know exactly what they mean.
If he'd just do that just for men thing for his beard when he puts that wig on, he'd be golden, man. He'd be golden.
Remarkably, no matter how old I get, I still really enjoy talking to 25-year-old women. So maybe that's a weird thing. I don't know.
I don't think that's gonna ever change.
Yay!
So does Kyoto.
Well, I meant in person.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Let's see here. Kind of scrolling down here, and I see there's a comment from somebody. And the first thing they say is not an apology.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I think that's a ban. All right, there you go. Always good.
My shitty internet provider says he likes when I curse. So you should definitely check out Lunatic Lounge and what I think you have and No Filter. There's lots of cursing going on there.
Well, yeah, right. If that's what you're going on, if it's what you're going for.
Yeah, we've seen Mike in there. We've seen Mike in there before. So.
Right, and they're monetized and they're fine with it. You know, of course, Bob Levy and the other guys, it's all cool with them. You know, I keep an open mind, man. I just because I'll tend to head one way doesn't mean that I'm offended by our dear guests here. You guys appreciate it, man. Don't hold back with what you know is okay. And of course, there's a couple that aren't.
It's all for the sake of haha. It's all for the sake of funny.
That's right. And we're having a good time. It's happy hour, right?
Yeah.
Challenge accepted, Ky.
Uh-oh.
In the words of Barney Stinson.
I should have said it to Jib. That was my mistake. Terry Nee says, what's going on here, man? I don't know. Naked Knees, happy birthday. I freaking love this dude. You guys see the clips he makes? He's been doing some awesome stuff.
Yeah, just really cool stuff.
I this morning on the show, I asked if he would re-release the stuff, or at least retweet the stuff that he originally had with the Joey C being the world's greatest tenor, with singing Freddie Mercury with Clay Dabbler's Works, man.
Oh no,
just classic stuff, man. Love it. Good to see you, Terry. I hope you're having a great day. A little crosstalk in the chat here. Gasha says we're talking about different cultures. Oh, Hackright says the thing is Jib's on return, or reruns rather. Yes, trust the guy who washes his dishes on air. Is that what we're hearing? Hey, he's trying to clean up the old place, man.
Yeah, you know what that means? That means I'm determined and I can multitask.
That's right. That's what that means. He can bring home the bacon too.
Yeah.
And fry it up in the pan.
Yeah, 2K got that one.
It's not like any of these shows are important or anything.
That's right. Stay humble.
I made some bacon earlier today. So, although I made it in the oven, so technically not quite the same.
Oh man, that's funny.
I mean, this is just how Joey gets his livelihood and all. It's not important.
Well, listen, if you can't trust the guy that washes the dishes, I mean, who can you trust?
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, when Joey comes over in about a week and a half, he's gonna know there's clean dishes.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Hackright. I think there's better choices.
Is he complaining again?
Can you blame me?
Ackroyd seems extra annoyed today. I don't know why.
Who's that?
Ackroyd just seems extra annoyed today.
Yeah,
Oh,
seems like it.
I may need to go on the lunatic lounge, then that'll really piss him off. 3 hours of me.
That's right, guys. Let's remind folks at 7:00. Bobby Nick, 7:00.
Right, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Time
Lunatic
to
Lounge.
What was
What?
it in Lunatic? What?
In the Lunatic Lounge.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. 7:00 on Cut of the Jib and Bobby Nick's channel.
Are we still having Granny as a guest tonight?
Yep, he's coming on the
Cool.
first hour.
Yeah,
Oh,
please,
that's
come on.
gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
I am so proud of him.
Because I put it in my I tagged him in my Twitter post. I would have felt stupid if he wasn't coming on the show.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is my first time I'm gonna meet Granny online.
Oh,
Thanks
cool.
for the invite,
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Granny's
Yeah,
fun.
see, I reached out to Granny a couple of weeks ago when he was getting ready to go into rehab, and I said, man, that is such a cool step that you're taking, man. That is awesome. And I said, man, I've been 23 years sober. If you ever need any sort of, help along the way, man, just, feel free to get a hold of me. And then I told him, I said, if you ever want to come on to the Lunatic Lounge, we got a good group of guys over there. I said, you know Bobby,
Yeah.
and he messaged me today. He said, well, I could do today. And I was like, okay, cool.
Took you up on it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I know guys that are going through that, there's something special about being able to talk to somebody who's walked the walk that they're on. And I'm sure you can impart some wisdom if needed, right?
I think he's doing good so far. He seems to be staying sober all on his own. So I think he's in it for the long haul. I really do.
I do too.
Okay. Can you guys answer this? Cassius Clay's asking when you guys want to read it?
Wait, it didn't pop up on mine yet. Hang on. I'm looking into the tiny little screen.
Okay, Doug 10 Napel is a very intelligent man.
Oh, it's the same. Okay, that's the one that Jim was talking about earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, forgive me.
Yep.
Oh, Hackride, he's coming after you, Jib. He's coming after you. Arg! He's making that that little reference. Arg! He's still yapping. Someone take control.
I'm gonna get extra coffee today, Hackride.
Right. The patch is coming out for you, Bioch. Cassius, I believe Cherokee and Blackfoot. I don't acknowledge it because I am a white man. Look, come on, if you want to run for Congress, you got to change your ways, man.
Yes.
Is that right?
You might be able to get a stipend.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. I do like denim jackets and jeans. He's talking about the Levi jean reference, I think. Maybe, just maybe. 2K, you're blinking, man.
What?
Even though you don't have eyelashes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
a rift in the matrix.
Oh no.
Oh, that's because he's possessed. That's what it is.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's too light out to be Demon 2K right now. Otherwise,
leave it to the former rabbi to use a religious reference.
Yeah, it's funny.
Technically, Native Americans are of Asian descent.
Yeah, Russo Asian, like I said. Yeah, the northern ones that came in.
Yeah, and there's some discussion about the Clovis in Southern California, and even judges are weighing in on some of these things, talking about certain peoples are claiming certain rights to people that lived, tens of thousands of years ago, and trying to say, well, we have rights to this because we have this much percentage share.
Right,
this
is all horseshit.
Like, like, oh, come on, man.
The same people who say, well, they were here first, are the same people who want to bring a bunch of other people from over the border to come over and take our stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, could you make up your mind? Because we were here first, and now they're coming from there to take our shit.
That hit hard. That's funny.
Can you make up your mind? Who was here first and who gets to go first? They annoy me so much.
But you got logical people like 2K here, and he doesn't want to run for office, but yet doesn't he lend himself to this? He's got the solutions, man. He sees the problems. Let's put it that way. He identifies them clearly.
Yes, I would upset so many people though.
Yeah, but I think that the first Black Indian woman that's president is going to do a hell of a job, don't you think?
Yes, God.
Well, I
Is
answered
she
to
black
that.
this week or is she Indian? Which one?
That is nightmare fuel in every misconceivable manner.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a lot of people that are glad that he just didn't hand the baton for everything, just for the run.
But that would have been the smart move for him to do. To say, listen, I'm having some issues. I'm going to bow out. Let Kamala be presidential for 4 months.
Yeah,
and then this way no one could complain that we didn't bring in some other guy from the outside. We can say, okay, the party's we're all behind Kamala, which we know they're not, but they're going to say that. But at least if she's in office for a few months, then they can say, look at her. She has experience now. That kind of bullshit.
But let's be honest. That statement has the presumption in it that he's making decisions that he wants versus let's say oligarchical control, for example.
Yeah. I said this before, they didn't have to convince him. They had to convince Jill. Jill was the one. Jill was the person they had to convince because she's the one who, much like I have a hand up inside me, she has her hand up inside Joe Biden. Yes.
I mean, she has.
In the very least, she's pulling the strings.
Did you see the video the other day where he was talking to some woman that he thought was her?
Yeah.
And then she had to run over and grab him.
Oh, because he was about to sniff.
Yeah, I guess. I know. You just see her go running across the stage like, Joe.
Yeah, how about the president of Italy had to grab him and keep him from walking away on the meeting of the G10 or whatever it was.
Yeah, just don't let this guy out in public anymore. I mean, he's embarrassed himself enough already. Jeez.
Yeah, him and his Depends. What are you going to do?
Oh, come on. It gives me fodder from my show, so I'd say bring him out every day. Let him do his thing.
That's right. Yeah, Jim needs the content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to start making money off of this thing.
Did you guys see Mike Sheety, internet provider, great supporter of Catalano TV, says, I'm from the tribe of the Catalanos.
The
Catalanos.
Yeah, very good.
Ecolo Catalano está qua. Thank you. For sure. Aboriginals are proof. Which Aboriginals?
I think about being, I guess, as far as it being like a species difference kind of thing. Maybe that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, right. Well, there's also that talk in South America that early architectural evidence exists and visual imagery exists of thick bearded folks in South America having built structures. And they're like, well, this is a common trait of certain people. And so obviously the assumption is that there is some representation of people with those type of genes. And it's also known that in Japan, for example, there are people with very thick beards, almost like Europeans, but yet there's no European DNA. And so it's like independent. So that just means that there could have been genetic variation can occur in just about any population. So
or they interbred with Bigfoot.
Yeah, right. Gigantopithecus is my uncle.
Well, I don't want to brag here, but do you want me to send you a picture of the Baal Shem Tov?
The what?
The Baal Shem Tov.
The Baal Shem Tov.
Is that what you call your penis now?
No.
No.
No, that's what's on the end of the ball. Send us a picture. Well, no, wait a minute. I got to be careful with that because, the images that have been going around lately, and I don't want any part of it.
You got to spell it right. The first word BAL. Second word Shem SHEM. Last word Tov TOB.
Oh, Tob.
Oh, okay.
Tob.
Rochambeau, got it.
Yeah, Shamu. So what's the definition?
Yeah, what does it mean?
I think he's too busy making coffee.
It means
He's
you
gotta-
do the dishes, damn it. Can't you understand anything?
you asked me a question?
No. We didn't. We just made a statement with a question mark on it, but it was just
you were
rhetorical.
asking what Baal Shem Tov means?
Yes,
Master of the good word. He's the founder of Hasidic Judaism.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's the big beards.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Our people have been known for their beards.
Yeah, I like. Don't ask me why I thought of this, but I like the Sopranos episode where the Tony Soprano grabs hold of the guy who's the Hasidic religion, and he tells him, "Listen to me, ZZ Top." That was a great scene. Gasha says they were very intelligent, that had to survive off instincts and build from what they had available to survive. Yeah, this is everybody going back more than 10,000 years.
Yeah. That's what made humans thrive, was their ability to adapt to their environment. Yeah, that's why we exist today, because we can adapt. Well, maybe not now we can't, but back then
HUNT, hunt. Yes, absolutely. They're all carnivores. You can look at the genetic records, and you can actually do bone analysis and tell that they were apex predators. Fact. There's no debating it. Actually, I mean, if you're looking at hard evidence from DNA records that is found in bone, it's an apex predator, meaning that not only did they eat just meat, but they actually ate other predators, which means that they're apex predators. So it's kind of interesting and fascinating. And well, you know, it's interesting to hear folks like Jordan Peterson, Michaela Peterson, saying that all their problems that they had with autoimmune related things, dealing with foods, everything completely went away. And his wife, who had 30 years or more difficulty in a joint in her shoulder, lifting her arm all the way, she was not able to do that after just, I want to say, like 5 or 6 years of a carnivore diet, completely healed.
Did she have a puppet too?
Stuff. She did have a puppet, yes.
Damn it.
You know, and the thing is that with the carnivore diet, the thing is that nowadays we're getting so much stuff in our vegetables now and our fruits.
Yeah.
That it's like, you know, they're basically not anywhere near as good for you as they used to be. Now, if you really want, people think that organic is the best of the best. No. It's actually if it's kosher, it's the best of the best. You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because the restrictions are so strict on what gets a kosher stamp that if you put a kosher stamp on something that is not actually certified kosher, you get 30 years in federal prison.
Oh, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Right.
I think some people have some connections with the let's just say with the government. You can't get those kind of fines.
God.
Well, I mean, seriously, if your group has that kind of pull to get legislation like that, because listen, anybody can label stuff other things, and they're not going to jail for 30 years.
No, the kosher process, there's a whole thing with it. It is so strict because, you know, you take, for instance, you cannot swipe the neck of an animal more than once. You have to use a knife that is double the length of the neck of the animal, and it's only one swipe.
And there's scientific, and there's scientific basis for this, because you get a release of hormones, and you can get a gaminess in meat just by the trauma.
Yes.
So there's a basis for these things.
Yeah, and the whole thing has to do with there not being any blood in the meat. Now, if an animal doesn't know it's dying, it's not going to tense up. So it's not going to get into the muscle and all that stuff. Yeah. But whenever it is,
mode.
Exactly.
Wouldn't one of those bolt guns do just as good though? Because you put one in the temple, they're out.
There's no immediate release of bloodletting.
No, and plus they would feel it.
Right.
With a check it, they don't feel it.
So I would. The only thing I say, I'm all for people worshiping whatever they want to worship, but I also realized that we didn't have things back then to kill these animals that we do now.
Right. There was a long
yeah. I mean, I know. I'll give you a perfect for instance. During certain holidays, the Jewish holidays, and Rob works in a Jewish neighborhood, people will ask him to come into their house to turn the stove on. And his first thought is
on Saturday.
Well, then really not only just like but mostly on a high holy day. Like, it's like very strict. Like then they're necessarily gonna say, but they'll ask the Kohen to turn the air conditioner, turn the stove on, and I'm like, and his first thought is, I really need to see the holy text that says, "Thou shalt not put the stove on." You know, to return.
No,
yeah, I don't. It's considered like a
I'll
work
tell
or a
you.
chore. It counts as a chore or a work on a day. So I understand what the thought is, but again, when those words were written, this stuff didn't exist. So I don't know if it necessarily. I guess it depends on how you look at the religion, whether it applies or not.
Yeah,
how devout
the
you are.
the ultra orthodox are the ones that had initiated that, and many of the Hasidic sects do not. And here's the reason why. I remember one time I had to go to this conference that Shmuley Bateach was teaching at, and so I was over there, and they actually flew in. Yeah, and they went and they pulled in this. They flew in this guy that was like the best engineer, electrical engineer, and he said, "Now, when you turn on a light, or you go and you turn on something that is connected to your power grid, does it make a spark?" And he said no. And so they said, okay, well then we're not doing that, because the whole thing, it comes from not starting a spark on the Shabbos. Now the issue is that here's how it is that is mentioned in the Talmud, which is what we all should be following that are Jewish. Our text is the Talmud in terms of halakha. And within there, it says that the word for fire is the word Aish. And then the word for man is Ish. And the word for woman is Aish, but done without a certain letter in there. When you combine that extra letter, it gets into marital strife. And so the text is actually saying no marital strife on the Shabbos. It's not talking about fire. It's not talking about a spark or any of those things.
So basically what you're saying is certain spellings can cause marital trouble.
Yes, because the two letters that are added is one of the two letter names for God, the Yod and the Hey. So what happens is when you subtract those, you get the word Aish, fire.
Well, you're not supposed to mix math with letters unless it's algebra.
Well, this is the way the Jewish mind works. Every single letter we see is being divine within that of the text.
Okay,
in the Hebrew.
Yeah, I respect that. I'm just having fun.
I know. It's all good.
And don't get mad about my comment about having lobby abilities to get a 50-year sentence on somebody.
Dude,
that's amazing.
I don't get offended. I don't get offended over
right.
stuff.
Well, going back to your point though, man, desiccant, certain desiccants, which I will not name, get sprayed on lettuce. I mean, why would you do that? It's like certain doctors realize that when you got a bag of something like lettuce or something and it doesn't go bad after 10 days or 12 days, well, there's nothing living on it. It's like pretty sterile, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, Hackride, after we left it up for a little while, saying "Forwards, you idiot," he says lifespans have grown, and I can't. Mortality have dropped. Jib is truly a moron. How dare you?
Well, that comes from innovation that are a lot of the innovation which are centuries old in terms of things in the medical field. You take, for instance, I was diagnosed with diabetes at 7. If I was born 50 years earlier, I would have been dead at the age of 7.
Right.
So you got so you got a lot of that.
Yeah, and not only that, but actually, that would just be a reference to what you said there. There's a lot of different ways that can happen, just similar to yours, right? That would translate to the changing in the mortality rates, right?
Yeah.
Gaseous says Homo sapiens mated with them, and here I am, gaseous clay. Long haired at that. Hackard, why are lifespans longer, Jib?
I just said.
Okay. Why is infant mortality lower, Jib?
Because of the fact that we have prenatal care now.
Yeah, and advanced, right? There's advancement. I mean, listen, when you can get a preemie to survive, You're gaining in technology, right?
Yeah.
What metrics are you citing for your nonsense butt rocker? Yeah. Hackride wants to be the source of conflict in this chat.
Yeah.
If I really want to upset Hackride, I'll bring up that the statistics of infant mortality don't account for abortions.
Oh Lord, don't. Oh yeah, don't even
I'm
get
kidding.
me.
I'm kidding, Hackride. I'm kidding. I'm just fucking. I'm just so. What the fuck are you talking about?
I agree with 2K, and he's right, and I am not joking.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike says I love it when 2K curses. Yep. I know it's funny. I told you today that I am the gay bunkie on the back. Scott Fitzpatrick, where are you when we need you? Mike's shitty internet providers. Long live Lulu for sure, man.
Lulu.
Kahuna says 2K is a creeper.
Yes. I didn't even leave the house. I gotta be a creeper.
2K, Mike Shitty Internet Provider says 2K needs a soul patch.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, and then I was like, it just, I don't know. It seemed like the fur underneath my mouth is very heavy, so I envisioned this falling off every 5 minutes, having to pick it up and stick it back on again. So that, they're going to stick with the mustache.
Yeah, well, there's certain.
But I did think about that. The little triangle, little like a D'Artagnan kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Yeah. Little goatee. Yeah. What were you gonna make it a different color? Maybe black?
No. Yeah, black. Yeah. No, it had to be black. We have to be to match the mustache.
Right. Yeah. The carpet's got to match the drapes.
Yeah. I look like some damn dirty hippie. I want that.
Gaseous says with a soul patch.
Yeah, you do need the patch. You should try the patch for a while. Blame it on blood pressure or something.
I don't technically have a soul, so I don't feel like I have a right to a soul patch.
That had nothing to do with you, Jib. Why would you relate that to you? How dare you?
I have no clue.
Ball Shem Tab said so.
Gaseous says, me too, 2K, but I'm 27.
He's talking to 25-year-olds.
Yeah. Hey, look at this, guys. Terry Nee is a member for 2 months. That's a big deal for Catalano TV. We really struggled once we got first monetized, and then we got it taken away. And it's a milestone, man, to have members that are here for 2 months. That's awesome. Early supporter, Terry Nee. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, and be careful while you run around naked out there.
Yes, very careful.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
And then there was also the incident, which was a problem as well.
Oh. Window liquor. You get the Virgin Bell. He says Keanu knows you guys are really talking about her, and she's copy striking you now.
What?
Apparently, Keanu went on
explain that.
Striking. I think I only know from through Twitter. Apparently, she struck a few people for clipping her show. So,
did they clip it in a way to where they made her say something that she didn't really say?
I honestly don't know. I just saw a couple people do some posts about it. I wasn't really watching the actual what was the controversy, so to speak.
Yeah, because like if you got clipping is on for your channel, isn't that kind of a hard take?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw a couple of memes about it and a couple of people post stuff. So I don't know. People tend to pile on with this stuff too. So who knows?
Pile on.
Oh yeah, and if you're throwing a fit about going and people clipping, she doesn't realize that that's only going to make them do it more.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're feeding the desires of
right. The surefire way to guarantee people in this universe do something is to tell them not to do it.
Yeah. Let's be honest. The mechanism by which she's doing that is having us talk about it. Right?
I like Keanu though. She's I find her to be adorable.
Yeah, and my observation isn't a criticism. It's just there's people that do these things on purpose too. Let's not forget. Yeah. Brenda Dunford, you get the Virgin Bell. Welcome in here.
Yay! Ding 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 ding.
Terry Neese Thank you, B. Terry's the best. Brenda Dunford's got the green frog waving. Uh-oh. Dunford mode has been activated.
Yeah. Hang on, we wait.
She loves Joey, so that's good. Terry Nee says, a garlic control. Does that have anything to do with vampires? I think.
Sorry.
Is he making fun of the words Jib was teaching us?
Could be. It's a possibility. The timing on these is key sometimes.
Yeah. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Hoya, up. Honeybee just gave me a note here. Let's get through these Brenda Dunford's redundancy. Dunford redundance.
The born redundancy.
Oh, yeah, Reverend Wild Bill. Hey, listen, guys, we got some starred chats in here. Like Terry Nee was here for 2 months. Look at Kitty. Hey, Kitty.
Kitty.
Thank you. In here, Kitty. Yay. I'm delighted to see you. I know you don't often get to the morning show, but thanks for coming in. She gifted a Catalano TV membership, and let's talk about this for a minute, because she's actually responsible for, as I understand it, more than half of the Catalano TV membership.
Holy crap!
Yeah, she's just a unbelievable supporter, and we are so grateful, Kitty. God bless you.
Kitty.
Thank you. Yeah. And look at that. On top of the gifted membership, she gives another $2.
Yay!
She says she give me permission to use it. Is she talking about the $2? I don't know. I probably have to look at the reference in the chat. So yeah.
Scott wants to know if she has good internet.
Scott wants to know if he has good internet. That's a good one. I love the way that you allude to Scott looking for a new girlfriend.
Yes.
Just kidding. If the missus is listening.
Scott is going to stay with Toke. Toke has good internet somehow in his van.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Can't wait for his return.
I have the internet.
Yeah, got through
exactly.
Yes.
I gotta get caught back up here. Yeah. Here we go. Terry says, "Easy, Brenda." Terry should have a wrench. Easy, Brenda. He says, "We gotta set Terry up with the wrench. We'll do that if he wants one. He might not want one." Hackright says, the thing is. I think he means by the way. Avocados are good for Bobby Nick. Bobby ain't having it, man. He's not participating right now. Watch out, Bobby. Has the paddle out.
Bobby Nick has a clip of Kamala Harris pulling a Jake Hudson.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, well, Bobby Nick just might like the paddle. I can't speak for him. There he is, Bobby Nick. Do you like the paddle?
Which paddle might that be? Whose paddle?
That's your choice. Interpretation, as 2K says.
Paddle boarding.
I don't know. I'm probably more comfortable with paddling someone rather than getting paddled.
Yeah. I see. Okay, well, that tells you what side of the equation you're on, and paddleboard on blue, so to speak.
Yeah, look at that.
Sam's Club meat is tough, traumatized. Yeah, it's interesting, Terry. I don't know. Have you guys on this panel here? We've bought some ribeye steaks from Sam's Club. No more. We were like, I don't know, man. If this is aged beef, it's not aged in the right place. We were not impressed, Terry. I don't know what it is or why, but when you buy ribeye, you don't expect much deviation. You know what I'm saying?
It was aged in a Foot Locker.
Yeah, right, with feet. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Terry, but better days are ahead, man. Get some buffalo, man. You'll love it. We're even trying to get Buffalo Bobby Fran to try bison. He says he might. He's thinking about it. Did Bobby just itch himself with the fly swatter? Gangsta.
Itch himself.
Well, he did put
I did have a fly swatter for a while, but I do not think I itched myself. Unless I did. I don't know. Maybe I did.
Yeah, maybe he's asking about the paddling, if somehow that relates to that. To use the fly swatter too. You know, he did put the air conditioner in the window, and well, there's an opportunity for flies to make their way.
Yeah, that's wow. I mean, I left the door open last night.
Hackride's getting a nap.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Someone take control. I think that's what he's saying at happy hour in Venice Beach somewhere. For F's sake.
Did he just say itch himself, by the way?
I think he did.
Yeah, what are you, 7? What's wrong with you, Hack? Itch himself. You scratch yourself. Scratch. An itch is what you scratch. You don't itch yourself. Damn it.
It's that de-evolution I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Mama, I have an itchy.
Mommy, I got an itchy. Take his mic away. Terry says, I hope the Torah had spell check.
I had to write a scroll. I'm telling you. We had the best spell check in the world. If I was a tenth of a millimeter off, I had to throw away that page.
Yeah, well, right over there by the Dead Sea.
You do like calligraphy, one of those to do that, or you have to just do it by straight hand?
No, I had to do it straight handed. That was so hard to do.
Oof.
That took me a year and a half to go through Exodus.
Oh, geez.
Oh wow.
3 hours a day.
Just to get to the words, let my people go? Oh, I'm sorry. That's terrible. Articulate John says, dinosaurs are fictional. We got to bring Tokay in here for that one.
Did we do that one? I don't remember we did the dinosaurs are fictional. I think there might be one to go there.
Oh, Tokay's ones on Wednesday is going to be, that's going to be nuts.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the birds evolved from dinosaurs? And they're like, no, birds evolved from other birds. Are you kidding me? Do you understand what evolved means? Something didn't fly, you dumb nitwit.
I remember once a religious person told me, but I said, okay, but we just like the Earth is only 10,000 years old. I'm like, all right, explain fossils. And he said, without batting an eyelash, God put those there to test our faith. And I'm like, fuck, you know what? Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me now.
I got a question for you. It's going back a little bit in the conversation that you mentioned before when you said that you would walk into folks in your route to turn on the oven.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be a nosy bastard and ask tips.
Not at some day, but never in the moment. It would be like, at the end, around the holidays. Okay. The fun part was that they couldn't tell me like they would have these like ridiculously complicated stoves and they couldn't tell me how to operate it. So I had to sit there and figure this shit. Like, okay, wait, I gotta hit this first, and then I turn this. Right, is there a button? I'm literally and they're all I get you have a room of 16 people in the family staring at you, waiting for you to turn the stove on.
You need to know how to light 20 different models of stoves.
Right. And then God forbid you ask what temperature to put it on, and they go, oh, like is that borderline? Can you not tell me what temperature to put it on?
Yeah, I'm not asking for Celsius, you son of a diddly.
I'm gonna put this on 400. If that's wrong, someone cough really loud. Well, 400. 400 sounds good. I guess 400 is fine. All right, I'm gonna get the hell out of here now. Have a bottle of water or something. It's hot as balls in here because no one turned the air conditioner on.
Hackride has a very controversial statement. He says, I'm pro-abortion up to the age 14. And he ain't talking months, people. Are you calling Hackride a failed? Oh, come on. The world would not be the same without him. That's a fact.
Hackride is no hanger dodger.
Our world, anyways. Thank you, Kitty, sweetheart. I want to give her a hug, but she gives permission to use it. I'm not sure what the reference is. Can you guys figure that out? Oh, thanks, Kitty.
Maybe she made a joke earlier and give you permission to use the joke. Maybe that's something that I just didn't see.
That could be.
Could that be it?
Yeah, could be. Probably responding to something we said, and here we are so far because Ky can't read fast enough. Ky can't read. Should make a song. but she gives permission to use it. Hello, Kitty. Sounds like something I've heard before. Kitty says, "Yep, we read that. Yep. What am I like repeating? Or yeah, I get with it, Ky. I'm not down for striking. Striking is the worst, but I always wondered how clip channels were fair use. Fair use is actually really hard to do. This is just copy and paste."
Yeah, I can speak on that for a second.
Cool. Yeah, enlighten us.
When I initially got monetized, I was putting up things. That's back when I used to cover Dabbleverse stuff. I would put up like all these lost files of John that people couldn't find and all that stuff. I would go and put those up, and they said as soon as I applied for monetization the first time, they said you're reusing content. So I guess what the person has to do is you see some of these clip channels put their own little logo. I don't know if that gets them around it or what the deal is, but there's something that they have to do to get around it that I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, and so this is the reference that Kitty was talking about. She says she give permission to use it. She's talking about Keanu.
Oh, okay.
You're right, just right there.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. I understand it now.
And then Hackrat says you would think that show being clipped would be able to share or take the ad revenue, but I think they do most of the time. Okay. These guys got to get rolling to and I'll actually be
it's true. It's like 10
yeah.
too.
Yeah, and I got to play some blues at the end of the show, man. Folks come to happy hour, they want to hear some rock and roll and some blues and relax, and let's roll with it, man. Let's celebrate. It's been a long week. It's going to be a great weekend. Got a lot to look forward to, and certainly want to send everybody to the Lunatic Lounge. Bobby, say it better, please.
The Lunatic Lounge, 7 p.m. on Cut the Gyms channel.
That's right. So
Top of the hour, mother. Well,
yeah. So you guys want to give your plugs, 2K, Jib, and Bobby?
I'll do one quick. I know Bobby's gonna cover most of my stuff with his stuff, so I'll just say we have movies with 2K this Sunday at 6:00. We'll be starting on YouTube on the Cut the Gyms channel. Then we switch over after my half an hour. We switch over to Bobby Nick's Rumble and Jib's Rumble. The Bobby Nick Show and the Jib. This week we are watching Space Camp. I had to think about it for a second. Space Camp, which was actually Electra's pick on the wheel of movie pick in this. So yeah, 6:00 should be fun. We always have a really good time with this. We have a really good group of people who come in and hang out in a chat and joke around with us. So I think you'll enjoy it. So feel free to come on by and check us out. Yay!
Very cool. Great.
There you go.
Yeah.
Senor Jib.
You can catch me on No Filter with Andrew and Friends. And what?
Nah, that's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay, then you can catch me on the Jake Hudson show.
That's
Right,
a negative,
yeah.
Ghost
I hope
Rider.
not.
The pattern is full. The pattern is full.
Oh, and you can also catch me on Why Do I Podcast with Kevin.
Mamma mia, why? Why me, mama? Mamma mia.
Yeah. So that's where you guys can find me.
Come to the Jib, my go-to source for rock and roll. Rock Talk Live during the week's exclusive version of Rock Talk Live on Sundays. The Guitar Guys at 2 p.m. Exclusive Catalano TV version of Rock Talk Live 4 p.m. And a lot of great shows on Cut of the Jib's channel, including State of the Union, which is what days are those and what times, buddy?
Whenever it is that I'm able to do it, whenever I have, I'm not going to go and set a schedule on it because it's hard for me to keep a schedule.
Okay.
And also at the same time, it's one of those things that's like, if I schedule something and there's not really much going on, I feel like I'm not giving you guys my best by just putting something out there.
Yeah, you're based on supply. Whatever the supply is, you may go live. I got it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Guys, I really need to hit the bathroom before the next show.
Okay,
so
man.
I'm gonna jump out.
Thanks for coming
I
on,
will see you guys
TK.
over there.
Yeah, rock on,
Right.
brother. Great. Thanks
Okay.
for coming on,
Thanks,
man. Really
guys.
appreciate you.
Love you, buddy. Take care. Bye.
All right. Bobby Nick, our dear friend.
Yeah, you can check me out in the lounge. I do a music show on Rumble. So yeah, check it out. $1 per request. So get me to play your music video. It's rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. And No Filter with Andrew and Friends every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Cut of the Jibs channel. the Lunatic Lounge, which is coming up right at the top of the hour. So go over there, folks. I think you'll see Ky there, and you'll see Granny as well for the first hour. And BF Live, Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern, and right here on Catalano TV.
You're on a lot of Catalano TV shows.
Yeah, recently, so yeah, and you guys got a lot of other great content over here as well.
Yeah, we're delighted that you're part of it here.
And then just follow me on Twitter at BAH Bobby H.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. All right. Anything else, brother? We're all good.
No, we're good.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in here, man. Really appreciate you participating. It means a lot to me.
No problem. Right. No problem.
See you soon. Going back to Lunatic Lounge. Ciao.
All right.
I'll go through these super chats. Kitty. Thank you, Kitty. You're such a sweetheart. Hugs abound. She gives permission to use it. Keanu said the person could use the clip. So thankful. Kitty gave another gifted membership. My goodness gracious. Thanks so much, Kitty. You're such a sweetheart. Really appreciate you. And let's see. We'll go backwards here. He literally glows. I can speak on this. And then says absolutely nothing. Breathtaking lack of self. Why are you going so hard on Jim Hackride? Why, brother? Why? Well, I guess I shouldn't complain. He might go after me. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, this is a good point. I'll probably list the channel link to subscribe to Ky and Friends. We've got we're delighted that we have the wholehearted endorsement of Joey C on our Ky and Friends channel, which is Ky Brancaccio on YouTube. KYBRANCACCIO. And that's the Ky and Friends channel. And the show that's on in the United States that's in 7:30 a.m. that eventually that's going to be it's dedicated home exclusively, and of course we'll still be having shows here on the Blues Lounge, Happy Hour, Saturday Morning Catalano TV, and other things in member streams as well. So we appreciate you all tuning in, and if you can. Please do subscribe to the link I'll list down here below. It means a lot to help us grow the subscription base. And I'm going to list it here. It's a shameless plug, but it's please subscribe. And I'll try to get through some of these chats. And listen, we're going to roll out with the outro. Chris Mack, man. Chris Mack in the house. Brother, it's great to see you. I love seeing Chris back in the chat at Alex Stein, man. Always a good time, brother. Pack full of symbolism, including same really freaky stuff, he says. I got to go. I'm going backwards, so I got to look at what you've been saying. Subscriptions are increasing, I noticed. Very nice. Listen, this is a great time for me to make a shout out to Bobby Fran, who's really been great to me. I'm so thankful for Bobby Fran and Chris Abels. These guys have been plugging our show in our channel for subscriptions, and I can't convey to you how thankful we are for how blessed we are with these folks. And well, it's a great thing, right? So thanks so much. Well, that's kind of weird. It only posted that from one channel. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if that's still doing that. Okay, there we go. It's doing doubles on that, but not the other one. Interesting. Oh, I don't know what that is. Let's see. Anyways, look, I'm going to play the outro here because we got to roll out in 2 minutes. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Really appreciate you. Ci vediamo, ciao, l'chaim, nostrovia. Cheers. And what's the other one? I think there's one more. Yeah, what is it? Tally ho, and don't be a hoe.
Joey C and Honey C laughing loud on TV. Ky with those guitar leads, Spider's drum beat melody. Honeybee laughs and sneezes, good vibes always pleases. Kahuna knew we never slow, makes the good times flow. Catalano TV, fun for you and me. Epic jams every night, under the spotlight. that make you sway. Watch the troubles fade away. Every note a celebration. Join the blues sensation. Friends all gathered round, living in the sound. Joy in every beat, dancing in our seat. Catalano TV, fun for you and me. Epic jams every night under the spotlight. Make you sway. Watch the troubles fade away. Every note a celebration. Join the blues sensation. Friends all gather round, living in the sound. Joy in every beat, dancing in our seat. Sneezes all around. Red Jack drives this crazy town. Red Monk house with the hottest sounds. Lost dogs making us all proud. Terry me on the lead guitar. Redland dogs, they shoot for stars. Waver rolling with the crew. Eggplant Frank in purple hue. Ky and friends, we shout hooray. Every night and every day. Tuning out, don't miss the play. Epic show in every way. Laughter roars, the blues ignite. Guitar strings in the neon light. Voices soaring through the night. Together we can take flight. Honeybee with sneezes grand. Brenton Ross, they understand. Terry Ram and Donk's command. Waver Frank, they're in demand. Ky and friends, we shout hooray. Every night and every day. Tuning out, don't miss the play. Epic show in every way. Laughter roars, the blues ignite. Guitar strings in the neon light. Voices soaring through the night. Together we can take flight. Ky and friends, we shout hooray. Every night and every day. Tuning out, don't miss the play. Epic show in every way. Ky and friends light up the night. Honeybees, laughter feels just right. Red Monk house, he's on the stage. Ross dogs breaking out of the cage. We're having a blast. Laughter that lasts. Epic sound on the show. Let the good times flow. Plays his tune so sweet. Random dogs can't stay off their feet. Wave of grooves with that funky beat. Eggplant Frank makes the crowd complete. We're having a blast. Laughter that lasts. Epic sound on the show. Let the good times flow. sweet. Ramming dogs can't stay off their feet. Wave of grooves with that funky beat. Eggplant Frank makes the crowd complete. We're having a blast. Laughter to last. Epic sound on the show. Let the good times flow. Sneezes and cheers all around. Great chat drops up the sound. Live in the moment here and now. Feel the music, lift the crowd. We're having a blast. Laughter to last. Epic sound on the show. Let the good times flow.